What is up? What is up, Fight Hype family? What's up, chat? What's up, boxing world? I'm sure a lot of debates still happening about Usyk Dubois from earlier today, but once again, we are back with Old Reliable, with the webcam, with the shitty little 720p webcam. Had some technical difficulties earlier using the more high-def webcam, so we went back to Old Reliable tonight. We'll rock with Old Reliable tonight and get ready for this live round by round for Jared Big Baby Anderson fighting just about 6 or 7 weeks since his last fight against Charles Martin. I feel like I was just doing this not too long ago. Let me go ahead and adjust this webcam a little bit, get us a little lower. There we go. That's a little better. But yeah, what's up, everybody? What's up, Tay Day? What's up, Wilson? Wilson saying, I'm looking at that punch on Usyk again, Sean. That shit was clean. Right on the belt. Super clean, though. Yeah. I get a tough moment for Daniel Dubois because, hell, I even tweeted about it. Hold on, let me pull up a tweet I had about tonight's fight between Dubois, and I sounded like an idiot about that fight. I said it was in the United Kingdom when it was in Poland and whatnot, but good performance by Usyk overall, but some people not feeling the body shot. Let's take a look real quick at something I tweeted about. So what I tweeted about after the fight, because I saw afterwards there was a lot of people talking about it on our live and everything, and it's tough because Dubois' shot was technically to the abdomen, not the pelvic area, but fighters have gotten away with wearing their trunks above their navel for decades. So yeah, that's a little tough. That's my take on it. Is it's for years in boxing, decades, guys wearing the belt that high has been allowed, and when punches go to the belt line, the ref says to keep it up. So that is traditionally how it would be called. But technically, if you're Dubois, you got some sour grapes because, again, you landed around the belly button, to the abdomen, not to the pelvic area. But, in boxing, maybe going forward, we got to stop letting fighters pull their trunks so far up above their belly button. But it does seem that Usyk struggles to withstand body shots a little bit at heavyweight. I mean, we say struggles, but he's still never been down as a heavyweight yet. But Chisora, Joshua, and now Daniel Dubois, 3 big British heavyweights, have given him some tough moments to the body, and I think Tyson Fury will be able to exploit that. But right now on ESPN, Bruce Carrington doing some beautiful work in the pocket, as he's known to do. Very sharp, compact puncher, gets hit a little bit, staying in front of guys, looking to catch and shoot, looking to counter, pull counters, catch and shoot. Very fun fighter to watch, Bruce Carrington. Not a big puncher, not as big a puncher as you would want for a guy who loves to stay in the pocket and be slick, but bang. But I like Bruce Carrington, love his skills, love that he's from Brooklyn, New York, represent. And I love watching him fight. Very, very skilled fighter, beautiful pull straight right hand counter he just did to Contreras here in the 6th round. Landed a sharp piston jab and then pulled away. Boom, came back with that straight right hand. And I love the pull counter Shushu Carrington does in there. I don't know if he can become an elite fighter because he's not a big puncher. And even though he does some beautiful upper body movement and punches off of it, he does get hit as well. So some question marks for him going forward. But I definitely like him as a 26-year-old prospect at featherweight. I definitely like Bruce Carrington. Fun to watch. Beautiful double left hook on the inside by Bruce Carrington. But Tay Day said, I don't know, man. It looks low in regards to the Usyk body shot. Only one Steezo says, damn, Jared Anderson is fighting already again. Yep, it was only 6 weeks ago, and he's back at it. Chikian Boxing saying, Brooklyn. Absolutely, Chikian. Brooklyn all day. Bed-Stuy, Brownsville, Bruce. I think Shushu's from Bed-Stuy. But, I'm a Bensonhurst guy. Two different neighborhoods, but both tough. Bed-Stuy tougher, to be honest. It was a nice shot, Sean, says James W. Talking about the body shot from Dubois. ESPN Top Rank really knows how to build their prospects well, says Chikian Boxing. Indeed, if we could merge the big event fights of PBC with the prospect development and activity of Top Rank, we really have something. If only we could combine the finer points of both companies. Because Shakian, as you bring up, Top Rank has the deepest roster of prospects, and they're very, very good at developing their prospects with Bruce Trampler and Brad Goodman, but they are hitting a wall a little bit in these fighters' development in terms of making them, pay-per-view attractions, and that is where PBC is beating Top Rank right now. But Top Rank still has the superior roster of prospects. So, again, if you could put them both together, then it'd really be all gravy. But big pay-per-view fights are the goal. So PBC's in the lead right now. Where have you been, Sean? Says Hector Alvarado. I've been doing my thing, man. I've still been doing these lives. I had a couple lives this week. This is technically the 4th live this week, if we count the 2 lives earlier this week that I did. I did a what I called my sellout Logan Paul live. Go watch it if you want a good laugh about all that stuff. But I've been covering the Raiders a little bit too. Been covering the Raiders and just staying on the boxing grind as always. Bruce Carrington in the 7th round right now. I'll call the action. Ooh, nice bright uppercut on the inside by Bruce Carrington. And I love Bruce Carrington's inside work and his combinations. And I love how he punches off of everything. He catches and shoots. He punches off his pull counters. And he has good talent on defense. But again, he does get hit. And he's not a big puncher. But I definitely like Bruce Carrington at 26. Very fun to watch. Abdullah Mason earlier tonight continued to look really good. Didn't get his guy out of there. Ate some shots too. Didn't use his jab a whole. Same thing with Bruce Carrington right now. Some of these young guys want to take the other guy's head off. They want to shoot off their pull counters, their combinations, their catch and shoot. They want to show off all the big stuff, and sometimes they forget to stick that jab on the other guy when that's all the other guy's given. And I'm seeing tonight on this Top Rank card with Shushu and with Abdullah Mason that they're hitting these guys early, buzzing them early, and they're going into survival mode, and these kids want to keep still looking for the knockout, and when the guy's staying on the outside not really trying to engage, you got to pelt him with the jab a little bit. And that's something that Abdullah Mason and Carrington could improve on from these performances they're having tonight. They're showing the pull counters, they're showing a lot of beautiful counters tonight, Bruce Carrington and Abdullah Mason, but they both have excellent jabs, and they kind of are underutilizing it because they want to counter and they want to get, explosive highlight reel type shots and sequences. Right now, Bruce Carrington keeps yelling at Contreras, and Bruce is staying along the ropes, begging Contreras to bang with him. And yeah, the Mexican fighter lets go of his combination and gets countered beautifully to the body by Bruce Carrington. But Tay-Day said, shout out to Brooklyn, Bronx in the building. Bronx, the only borough tougher than Brooklyn. I'll admit it. Chikian says, that's for sure true. Yeah, referencing the Top Rank stuff and PBC. Weedy Gonzalez says, you don't know Sean, JK. What's up, Weedy? Vuyani Kosana said, Usyk lost that fight. That was a clean body shot. A rematch would be fair for Dynamite Daniel Dubois, Triple D. They're admiring their work. They are, Weedy. They are. That's a good point, Weedy. And I get it. I kind of get it, because after you pull off a beautiful move, I get it. I think almost your instinct would, if you pull off a touch, step back, bang, right hand, there's almost, you're tempted to admire your work, or touch, catch and shoot, bah! And then you just, look at that beautiful move I just did. I get it. Yeah, admiring their work. Not finishing and beginning with the jab in between all those sequences, Weedy. Yeah, great point by my man Weedy Gonzalez. We got the smartest, highest IQ boxing chat in the game. I'll stand by that. Chikian Boxing, my man Chikian, saying Nico Ali Walsh. Shout out to our boy Chikian Boxing in the chat, man. Man's only 16 years old and already, has that big boxing knowledge. So he's going to be a beast when he gets into his 20s with his boxing knowledge. But Chikian Boxing saying Nico Ali Walsh lost tonight. Thoughts on that, Sean? Personally, I don't see why people seem to dislike him. He learns on the job, and is a good person. Very well said, Shakian. Very mature insight from the 16-year-old. Very well said. In my dealings with Nico Ali Walsh, he is a nice person, and he's a late starter who was wearing a lot of big shots tonight from Sona Akali, and he was tough. He was gay. I thought in the 6th round he wilted a little bit. I actually thought if anyone deserved the 4-2, 58-56 card, it was Ali who probably edged it out. He hurt Sona Akali with his left hook multiple times on the catch-and-shoot left hook. Another time, nudging him with the right hand of the body, coming up top with the left hook, made his legs do a funny dance a couple of times. But I did think he let that last round get away from him, and it was a very close, competitive fight. The kind of fight, close and competitive enough that it could get away from you on the judges' scorecards. And it did against Sona Akali. But I think the hate for Ali, and I don't agree with it, but I understand that it comes from ESPN shoving him down people's throat, the constant mentioning alongside his grandfather, giving him airtime that would be occupied by more accomplished prospects, more decorated prospects, but he gets the airtime because he's Ali's grandson. But all that said, I don't think he's made a fool of himself in any regard. I think he struggles on the defensive side, which is much harder. That's the harder side of boxing. There's guys that can get in a gym and throw some good shots, but getting out of the way of shots is harder, and that's where Nico Ali struggles a little bit. But on offense, he's done his thing. He's developed well for being a late starter with 8 fights, and I actually thought he nudged out tonight's fight. I remember thinking Rosenberger in the last fight, he probably deserved the decision, so this one kind of makes up for that. But I'm with my boy Shakian Boxing. He gets a little bit too much flack. He can't, he is a nice, hard-working, good kid who can throw some good shots. It's getting out of the way of him that he struggles with more. Marvelous Irv, what's up, Marvelous Irv? Said big day, Sean. Busy day, Sean. Indeed. And these are beautiful combination by Shushu with 20 seconds left in the 8th round. If Shushu could punch, he'd really be a problem. But I like his skills. I love his counters, his hand speed. I love that he's a compact, sharp puncher. But again, not a big puncher. And maybe likes to bang a little bit too much for his own good because he's not a big puncher. But I like Shushu Carrington. Krishna Wainwright, how you doing, Krishna? Said, what's up, Sean? Good job, Ali Walsh has a lot to learn. He's not Muhammad. Well, yeah, he's not Muhammad Ali, but late starter, Krishna. Late starter. Started close to around 20 years old, and I think he's done a good job for starting as late as he has. Again, getting out of the way of shots is the harder part. And he's not blessed with some great reflexes like his grandpa was. But I give Nico Ali credit for hanging in tough with a guy who was hitting him with a lot of good shots, and that was an entertaining fight tonight with Sona Akali. And, he held in the pocket and banged away with him, gave us a good fight when he's probably grown up with some money and doesn't have to be taking punches in the face like that, but he's been tough. And, guys, has some decent offense given his experience and number of fights he's had and how late he started. So I definitely give Nico some credit. But, yeah, not his grandfather, obviously. Any word on Virgil Ortiz? Asked Hector Alvarado. No, nothing yet. Nothing. Haven't heard nothing on that front. Shout out to my man Ron Goodall though for all along reading the tea leaves and kind of knowing that Shakur Stevenson was going to fight Frank Martin when no one else in boxing, literally no one else in boxing, saw that coming. So I doubt Ron's watching tonight. But shout out to my colleague and teammate Ron Goodall. And on that note, love that fight between Shakur Stevenson and Frank Martin. I got to favor Shakur. I'm talking about Nico Ali Walsh and giving him credit for starting around 20 years old. Frank Martin started at 18. He's blessed with a lot more natural talent than Nico Ali Walsh. And I always say about Frank Martin, even though I definitely favor Shakur to win that fight, he will show there's levels to it. But one thing I like about Frank Martin is he checks a lot of boxes. He can move, he can punch, he's fast, he has defense. He could counter, he could lead, he has a jab. And so he actually checks a lot of boxes and brings a lot to the table in the 135-pound division. But he started at 18, and Shakur's been fighting since he's a little kid, and that pedigree is going to show up. And Shakur will separate himself from Frank Martin in that fight, I believe. And that separation will be more because Shakur is becoming one of the special fighters of his era, and not because Frank Martin's a very formidable lightweight. I could envision Frank Martin giving Shakur a tougher fight than people are expecting. Everyone's so ready to crown Shakur, and I 100% understand why. And the people that are crowning him, from Floyd Mayweather to Andre Ward to Terrence Crawford, it speaks volumes. The level of fighters that believe in his talent, and I believe in it too. But Frank Martin is bigger than Shakur, probably hits a little bit harder than Shakur, and has some of the athleticism to match Shakur, but I just think his IQ isn't going to quite be on Shakur's level. His timing, that's going to be, timing beats speed. And I don't think Frank Martin has the timing, the anticipation, and the IQ to see 2 or 3 steps ahead that Shakur does. And that's going to be a big difference in their fight. And Shakur, they're both southpaws, and Shakur has a better jab. And we saw how much Crawford having the better jab than Spence mattered when it was 2 southpaws up against each other. So I do favor Shakur, but I look forward to seeing that fight quite a bit. I really do. Purnell today said Frank is good. Well said, Purnell. He is good. Shakur smokes Frank Martin, says Marvin Washington. CC said, damn, Frank is finna lose his O. Definitely going to be a good fight. It's one I look forward to. It's 2 guys in their prime. Frank's going to turn 30, but he's at his prime. And that's what I like about the fight. 2 young lightweights, undefeated, in their primes, physical primes. Shakur is going to be the favorite, but Frank has all the tools to give him his hands full. So I love the fight. September 5th, it goes to a purse bid. Weedy Gonzalez said, someone got sensitive about my video comments. YouTube checking my stuff. Why? What happened, Weedy? What happened? Why are they on your ass? Leave him alone. Leave Weedy alone. Tay-Day said Shakur's a way better counterpuncher. Also, he is, and he's more accurate. Shakur's starting to get real good to the body. He's starting to really know how to place those shots to the solar plexus, in between the gloves, in between the shoulders, right there to the center of the gut, and then underneath the elbows to the side. He's got a beautiful left uppercut in the pocket to the body that he's starting to dig with really well. Yeah, and Shakur's just got great anticipation. Shakur's he's not the fastest guy in the world. He's fast. Everyone knows that. He's fast. But he's not Meldrick Taylor, Terry Norris, young Floyd Mayweather, Roy Jones. He's fast, but he's not that fast. And his athleticism doesn't jump off the screen like it does with the young Zab Judah, young southpaw from 20 years ago. But his anticipation and his reflexes and getting away from punches is subtle and sublime. Oscar Valdez laid it out perfectly when I interviewed him, talking about how he makes you fall short by just an inch. And he really has a knack for that. And because he makes you fall short by just an inch, it doesn't have that exaggerated reflexive weave that Purnell had or young Floyd had that makes you miss by a mile. His athleticism's a little more subtle to me. But what makes him really special is his anticipation and his timing. He has great timing, and timing beats speed, and he has great speed to go along with that timing. But yeah, that's just me talking about Shakur for a minute here as we wait for co-main event time between Ife Ajagba and Rosso Kosabutski out of Russia. Wilson said Dark Times is upon Derek James's camp. Might be. Purnell today said, love your work. We need more boxing love. Thanks. Thank you, Purnell. Appreciate that. Dark Times is upon Derek James' camp. Might be, man. It might be. We'll see. He got a little bit overrated in the aftermath of everything. And I say a little. He deserved Trainer of the Year. That's not what I'm saying. He deserved Trainer of the Year 2022. But before you knew it, everyone's like, Derek James has the deepest roster. He has Anthony Joshua. He has Ryan Garcia. He has Frank Martin. He has Jermell Charlo and Errol Spence. And it was like, Jermell Charlo gave a lot of credit to Joan Guzman for becoming undisputed and knocking out Castaño. And all you have to do is watch Joan Guzman as a fighter in his prime, and then watch the adjustments Charlo made and how he threw combinations with his back against the ropes. That was classic Joan Guzman. And before you're even seeing now, when Derek James was busy with Errol Spence, Jermell Charlo didn't miss a beat working with Joan Guzman, who has now been elevated to full assistant trainer now, sharing the corner a little bit with Derek. So Joan Guzman Derek James deserved credit for making Jermell undisputed. No question about it. Jermell had a 50% knockout ratio before he met Derek James. And then every fight he won as a champion, except for Austin Trout, he won by knockout under Derek James. So he deserves a lot of credit for Jermell. But that rematch, I felt like the adjustments in that rematch by Charlo were made more because of Joan Guzman than Derek James. And then Anthony Joshua, you can't give him so much credit for a fighter he just got that they haven't won a big fight with yet. The knockout with Helenius was nice, but he looked timid up until that nice right-hand knockout off of working levels with his jab. That was, a nice knockout, but he was timid up until then. Jermaine Franklin went the distance with him, and he's yet to have a fight with Ryan Garcia. And Frank Martin was already pretty much doing 95 to 99% of the things he was doing before he got with Derek James. You could watch his highlights from 3 or 4 years ago. He already was fast. He already did a lot of the things you see now. Derek has made him better. He's incorporated certain things with his lead hand that really helped him dominate the Rivera fight. But just to reiterate, Frank Martin already was a polished product that gave Tank problems in sparring out here in Vegas before he got to Derek James. He was already 13, 14-0, something like that. Ryan Garcia is yet to win a fight with Derek James, yet to have a fight, period. Anthony Joshua has had mixed results thus far, a decision win and a knockout in 6 with a guy that Wilder knocked out in 1. And then Jermell becoming undisputed. I think the adjustments in that rematch, a lot of that was Joan Guzman. So Derek James is one of the best trainers in the world today. But yeah, that's what I would say. Quesadiamante said, glad you're back. Did I miss your take on Shushu? Quesadilla, yeah, just to reiterate, Chiquian Boxing says it takes time for fighters to marinate with new trainers. People seem to forget that. Fair point by Chiquian. Case in point, Oscar Valdez was going life and death with Adam Lopez. He gets dropped by Adam Lopez. He struggles in 2 or 3 fights with Reynoso, but then they put it all together and knock out Burchell because all the different things Reynoso was working on, all those growing pains had been worked out in 2 or 3 fights, and then he made big on the biggest win of his career. Maybe that happens with Joshua against Wilder. Maybe these growing pains he's having with Derek, learning to keep his hands up better control with his lead hand, working his levels with his jab, all those little fundamentally based things Derek's good at drilling into his fighters. Maybe it really pays off in this 3rd fight. 3rd time's the charm for the big stage against potentially Wilder, and it all comes together, the things they've been working on. We'll see. But Quesadiamante, I like Shushu. He's very fast, very compact, sharp, steak knife sharp with the punches he throws. Good combination puncher, but a little too tough for his own good. He likes to bang a little bit too much for a guy that's not a big puncher. He's not a big puncher, and even though he has some beautiful upper body movement and counters, he gets hit because of how much he stays in the kitchen. So maybe Bruce should think about using his legs a little bit more to become a more complete fighter in terms of fighting off the back foot and side to side. And I know I love watching him do. I love stylistically watching what he likes to do. Getting in the pocket and catch and shoot and pull counters. I love watching that. But against bigger punchers who are going to have heavier hands than him, he might want to use some of his attributes of speed and upper body movement and box more to become a more well-rounded fighter. But I'm from Brooklyn. I love Bruce Shushu Carrington. He's a great kid. Weedy Gonzalez said, AJ, Anthony Joshua is going to be way too scared to throw against Wilder, in my humble opinion. I mean, that's not a crazy opinion. He was timid at throwing against Robert Helenius, so that's not a crazy opinion by any means. I think Wilder's definitely become the favorite in that fight over the years. But I still, Joshua still sometimes does certain things better than Wilder. I favor Wilder. But Joshua does keep his hands up better than Wilder. And if he could get into a certain range with Wilder, he's the more compact puncher sometimes. Outside of the jab and the right hand, outside of the straight right hand and the jab, Joshua's more compact with the in-close shots, the uppercut and the left hook. But will he be willing to take the chances to get into that range? I don't know. He didn't do that with Helenius much. And then one thing that didn't look good for Joshua against Helenius was how much bigger Helenius was than him. That was a little surprising. Joshua's a big guy, and he looked kind of small compared to Helenius. Helenius was a little smaller than Wilder, basically about the same size, but he was a little small. If anyone was a little taller, it was Wilder. Was a little taller and longer. And Joshua was noticeably smaller against Helenius. Despite all that muscle bound, his frame was smaller than Helenius, so that doesn't bode well against Wilder, that he's not as fast as Wilder, maybe not as tough, and doesn't have as much confidence as Wilder, and he's smaller than Wilder. But he does keep his hands up better than Wilder, and at a certain range, mid to close range, he's a more compact puncher than Wilder. And when he sits down on his shots, which he doesn't always do anymore, he's still a knockout artist in his own right, Anthony Joshua. So we'll see. Hopefully we'll see. Weedy Gonzalez said Helenius was on that juice, though. You know, I wish I could talk more flippantly about PED still, but after the Inoue debacle, getting taken out of context on that, I'm a little shook when it comes to talking about PEDs. You know my opinion on that, Weedy. Helenius was on it, but Joshua wasn't, though. So only B-tier fighters that make hundreds of thousands of dollars, and not the multi-million, tens of millions of dollars superstars of boxing. None of them could be on it. Just Alberto Puello and a retired Amir Khan, Conor Benn, Robert Helenius, but none of the A-listers. They're all. Let's all give a hand to the A-listers of boxing. All of them. All of them. None of them work with former convicted steroid dealers. None of them have popped positive before. None of them have weird jumps in punching power and athleticism as they move up in weight classes. It's all good. Tay said that boy Kermel making his debut September 30th. Beautiful. That's got to be on the Charlo Canelo card. And Kermel is a problem. The kid looks just like Gervonta Davis. Fights like him a little bit too. But Kermel's going to be a world champion. With talents like Kermel and Keyshawn and certain Jamal Harvey right now coming up out of the amateurs, with the 4-belt era, with talents like them, it's not even a question anymore of can they become champion. It's like if you're at a certain talent level, you're going to get to a belt. Even when you're frozen out, like Demetrius Andre's won 2 belts, and that's while being frozen out of the business of boxing. But his baseline talent was such that you knew he was going to get to a belt. So someone like Kermel Morton, basically he's going to get to a belt. You know he's going to be world champion. But can he become elite is the real question. Can he become a complete fighter, a pound-for-pounder, an elite fighter? Just with his baseline talent, the kid's in the 4-belt era, the kid's going to become a world champion. So I look forward to seeing Kermel do his thing, man. Charles Hillary said, keep up the great work. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Marvin Washington says, do you think Crawford will win at 154 against Spence or Charlo? Yes. I think he would beat either one of them at 154. And I was campaigning. I want to see Boots at 47. I'm like Steven Espinoza. Overpay Crawford so I can see the Ennis fight. Selfishly, just for me. I know you may not make a profit on the fight, and that's the whole reason why you put on fights. But I want to see Jaron Ennis, and the world revolves around my taste. So overpay Terrence Crawford so he'll take a fight he's really not interested in. I doubt that happens. By the way, I said Kosabutski was from... Wait, that's Jean Kosabutski? No, that's not Jean Kosabutski. That's got to be the guy he's fighting. Wait a minute. I thought Kosabutski was the Russian. Oh, that was Makhmadov. That's Makhmadov. I'm tripping. I got Kosabutski and Makhmadov mixed up, chat. Kosabutski from Ukraine, Makhmadov from Russia. Right, I got them confused because Jared was supposed to fight Kosabutski. He was supposed to fight Kosabutski, and Charles Martin replaced him, and Makhmadov was the co-main event with Jared Anderson. So I got those two confused that way. Philly Tree says Crawford beats Ennis easily, and I'm from Philly. He might, but that's the best fight at welterweight. I want to see it. But now Crawford's talking about Canelo, and Crawford said you guys are going to say it's the Terrence Crawford era after I beat Spence, and it's still the Canelo era. But if he beats Canelo, he turns it into the Terrence Crawford era after all. And Terrence Crawford isn't as accomplished as Canelo Alvarez, but he's always been pound for pound a little bit better. A little bit better, I think, eye test wise. That's subjective, but that's what I'm calling. A little bit better than Canelo. A little longer, a little bit better jab. Maybe a little faster, pound for pound, but Canelo more accomplished, has beaten many more Hall of Famers, has won titles in 4 divisions as opposed to 3, so yeah, but that fight is just a matter of how does Crawford take up the weight. If Crawford carries his power up 21 pounds and doesn't lose any of his speed and agility, he could probably beat Canelo Alvarez. But, yeah, interesting strength programs these guys may get on to carry their power up in weight. But if indeed he does that, then he could probably win that fight, actually. All right, here we go. Round 1 between Ife Ajagba and Kosabutski. Kosabutski applying pressure early on. My Mr. VY Biz says smell an upset. Ife looks nervous. Ife softened up a little bit in the United States. When he first came from Nigeria with PBC, he was throwing like 70 punches around, busy as hell. And then, he started to fight better fighters and punches started coming back his way, and he wanted to start boxing more. And he lacks the upper body flexibility and fluidity to really outbox guys. He's at his best being busy behind that thudding jab and being busy. And he tried to box more once he got dropped, fighting better guys about 3 years ago or so, 3 or 4 years ago, got dropped in a war. I think that, and since then he tried to box more, and he got dominated, by Frank Sanchez. But right now he's being a little bit busy here halfway through the round with Kosabutski. Straight right hand to the body. No, not good hand speed from Ife Ajagba here. No, nice double jab, sets up a straight left hand down the pipe for Kosabutski. Ajagba definitely the bigger, stronger heavyweight, but the slower man. Kosabutski with that Ukrainian style, those short little compact shots where they don't always sit down on it with their lower half, but they are quick-handed combinations. Ajagba wobbling Kosabutski a little bit with that long punishing jab. Straight right hand to the body gets countered by a straight left hand up top by Kosabutski. So, Mr. VY Biz said completely agree with Sean with you about the Ife assessment. Yeah, I wouldn't put it that way if he was right here. I wouldn't say he got soft in America if Ife's big 6'5" ass was sitting right here. I'd clean it up a little bit. But if I'm being honest with you, chat, got a little soft in America. When he was that big man from Nigeria, it was more of a problem. But 20 seconds left in this opening round. Straight left hand lands for Kosabutski, freezing out of that southpaw stance, freezing Ajagba with the jab, setting it up that straight left hand. And he's got quicker hands and a little bit more compact shots than Ajagba, who's bigger and not sticking the jab in, not believing in his jab all the way, as George Foreman used to talk about. And he hangs his head, does Ajagba, going back to his corner after round 1. Philly Tree says Frank Sanchez ruined him. I think Philly Trees, he got dropped in a couple of fights before Sanchez that made him start reconsidering his style. And once he started trying to box with guys, it was a wrap. He's at his best. He's at his best just being busy behind that jab. Dem God says, what round does Jared win by KO prediction? Probably inside of 4 or 5, because I think they took a step back in his matchmaking after Charles Martin hit him with a lot of straight left hands. I think Top Rank said to themselves, okay, we got away with one there. That fight was tougher than it needed to be, and our kid ate a lot of shots, and he won. I think we're good. We got the development we needed out of that for 2023. I think for the rest of the year, let's shut things down a little bit. Kind of like when a prospect in Summer League drops 30, but he almost gets injured, and it's like, all right, let's just shut him down for the rest of preseason and Summer League. I think Top Rank saying, let's keep him busy because this kid has second thoughts about fighting, period. He's always talking about not loving boxing and whatnot. Let's not give him too much time to think. Let's turn him around, get him right back in the ring 6-7 weeks later like they are tonight, which is so rare, even at this stage of a fighter's development, to happen. And they're doing that, and what was I saying? Yeah, so... But no, it's right. So they're taking a step back. caliber of opposition wise. So I think he'll get this guy out of here in 4 or 5 rounds. They're matching him with a guy who's his size or a little bit smaller again. And whenever Jared fights guys his size or smaller, they don't last very long. You gotta be bigger than Jared, except unless you're like a Usyk with all those skills and experience. But I won't lie. Being American, an American boxing journalist, I definitely do kind of hope the best for Jared. I at least want to see him get to the point where he could fight for a title, if not win one. Good left hook. Oh, good right hand by Kosabutski. Kosabutski was kind of eating straight line shots to the body, getting backed up on the ropes, and then he came back with a nice combination, landed up top on Ajagba. Ajagba has hurt him with a jab to the body, another jab to the body, and a right hand to the body, and the referee tells Ajagba to keep him up, but Kosabutski is not liking that heavy jab to the body, and Ajagba does have a good jab when he gets busy with it and believes in it. And he is landing that jab to the body right now. Referee telling him to keep it up, but he's found an answer there with the jab to the body. Jab up top for Ajagba. Measures with his jab and shoots a straight right hand to the body. Again, not great hand speed from Ajagba, but he's letting his hands go. Good jab up top. He eats a jab from Kosabutski. Kosabutski misses with a right hand, and Ajagba makes him miss a right hand counter and he tackles him to the ground, and both guys get their way back up on the canvas after that tackle by Ajagba. Jared needs to fight somebody like Hrgovic, says Philly Trees. If he would have fought Hrgovic last fight with the way he was pulling straight back with his chin in the air, Hrgovic might have got him with a good right hand. But Jared showed some dog in that Charles Martin fight and a chin. He took those left hands by Charles Martin kind of well. He didn't go down. He got wobbled a couple times, but he didn't go down and was never out on his feet. And every time he took the shot, he came back with something. So he showed that fighting spirit that he doesn't get shook in there when he has to start taking shots, that he could take it and not just dish it out. But against Hrgovic or Frank Sanchez, you got to shore up that pulling straight out with your chin stuff. Straight right hand lands for Ajagba, and Kosabutski is hurt near the end of round 2. Kosabutski covering up along the ropes. Ajagba with slow combinations follows it up. A good round for Ife Ajagba after he hung his head going back to the corner after round 1. Good second round by Ife Ajagba. Landing that jab to the body quite a bit. And then that straight right hand counter actually countered Kosabutski. Took a step out of range, bigger man, made this smaller man reach, and then came and hit him with a right hand as he reached. So good round there by Ife Ajagba. Why is a prospect the main event, Malcolm Emanuel? Because Top Rank is putting on cheapo fights these days. I don't know what's going on with the budget at ESPN. But the budget can't be wonderful if you're doing fights from Oklahoma every month with prospects headlining, So I don't know. Malcolm Emanuel. I got love for Top Rank, but it is what it is. You asked, I answered, my friend. I got love for you, Malcolm Emanuel. I'm trying to... Real Recognize Real said, "Sup, Sean. Respect from Australia as always." Respect, brother. Respect to the Aussies. Tim Tszyu. I think Tim Tszyu beats Brian Mendoza, by the way. Is this an actual professional fight? Kosabutski looks like a novice. He's got those little short shots the Ukrainians like to throw. And when he's reaching for them against the bigger man and they fall short, it makes it look kind of ugly. But when they land at mid to close range, they look good. Damn, down goes Ajagba on a low blow, and Zan Kosabutski pushes him to the canvas after that low blow. Kosabutski feeling like some of those jabs to the body and those straight right hands to the... It is a low blow day in the heavyweight division. Ajagba's thriving on the ground like he's Alexander Usyk from a low blow. Let's take a look. At least this one was to his balls, yes. Ife Ajagba was not hit on the belt line. He was hit in the balls. And then he milked it a little bit. But then notice that delay reaction, that ball pain takes a couple seconds to kick in. Yep, that ball pain has Ife Ajagba a little bit in agony on the canvas. Now he returns to his feet. Leave Bob alone, that's weedy. I'm not even going to repeat that word. You're going to get me canceled just for saying that word alone. Mendoza going to shock the world again. I'm calling it now, Sean. We'll see, Weedy. We'll see. He shocked the fuck out of me against Fundora in round 6 or 7. I was like, oh, I don't know. They might want to start thinking of stopping this. Oh, my God. Left hook. Down goes Fundora. Knockout of the year. That's the knockout of the year, by the way. I know some people said Junto Nakatani's knockout on the Haney Lomachenko undercard, but no, I got to give it to Mendoza. All right, back resuming action with Kosabutski and Ife Ajagba. Night of the low blows. It is, Tori. It is. Ooh, Kosabutski punching off the break, and Ife is upset about it. He's looking at the crowd like, what am I supposed? He's Ife Ajagba from Nigeria, but he's motioning like an Italian. He's like, what am I supposed to do with this guy? He hits me in the balls. He hits me on the break. Maron, what am I going to do? Take a point away. And now a point is being taken away from Kosabutski for the roughhousing tactics. Ife Ajagba, he gets his way. He gets his way, chat. Let's take a look at this replay here. Kosabutski, borderline low blow shot, and then hits him on the break too. Nice little two-piece foul there. Nice jab that's low by Ife Ajagba. Jab near the balls of Kosabutski, and this is a great exhibition in ball punching right now. Okay, nice left hook to the body by Ajagba. Kosabutski acting like it may have been low, but it wasn't. Nice left hook to the body by Ajagba. That time, Ajagba shortening up his shot. Ajagba landing a little bit of a lead left hook. Kosabutski coming in wild now, eating the jab. Tries to show half his body out of the southpaw stance, leans forward. Ajagba discipline, straight right hand to the body, lands for Ajagba, and the referee calls time, but it didn't look low. And the referee is telling Ife Ajagba to keep his hands up. It is a ball punching day in the heavyweight division. It just is. It just is. What about it, Tori? He's like, what we want from me? I punched him in the balls, so what about it? Oh yeah, he did punch him in the balls. Ajagba did get punched him in the balls with a straight right hand. Straight right hand to the body, I hope that time by Ajagba. Jab to the balls by Kosabutski, and the referee warns him. Now Kosabutski coming in behind the jab, but flails forward, not getting his range before he fires off after his jab is Kosabutski, and that's why sometimes it looks like he's flailing forward. Minute left in the third, fun fight. Jab to the balls by Ajagba again. Ajagba touching with the jab up top, touching with the jab, keeping his distance against the shorter man, tries to walk him into a right hand, makes him eat a jab. Kosabutski clowning a little bit, eats a 1-2 to the body, getting pelted by the touch jab of Ife Ajagba. Ajagba just pelting him with the jab, keeping his range. They exchange right hands, and Ajagba cleans up with the left hook after both exchange right hands. Right uppercut lands for Ajagba. Kosabutski eating the power, though, and digging in with hard left hooks to the body. Kosabutski switching a lot. Left hook goes low to the body for Kosabutski. Lots of weird clowning and facial expressions by Kosabutski now. Referee warns Kosabutski for keeping the punches up. 10 seconds left. Kosabutski landing a lead left hook, eats a jab to the center of his guard. Ajagba, slow hand speed, but good jab. Ajagba winning this fight with his jab right now, and that'll do it for round 3. To go along with the point deduction, a 10-8 round for Ife Ajagba, who's winning this fight behind his busy jab right now. Another Zab Judah versus Cotto. At least Cotto had his head held down when he low-blowed Zab like 3 times. I still, maybe Miguel Cotto finessed me, chat, but I always believed Miguel that he didn't mean to low-blow Zab Judah and that his head... Did I get finessed? Did I get finessed? Did I get finessed, chat? You know what? Hold on. Our first poll of the night. Hold on. First poll of the night. Here we go. Here we go. There we go, chat. Our first super important poll of the night. I saw how to make polls earlier tonight, and now I'm just going crazy with them. Here we go. Oh, no, not that I didn't think it was low. Hold on. Abort chat. Hold on. I gotta redo that poll. Hold on. Wait, it wasn't even a poll anyway. Here we go. Didn't think low blows were intentional against Zan. Boom. Here we go, chat. Now it's official. Now we can get... Oh, wait. Down goes Ajagba on a low blow again. Excuse me. And the fight's over. It's disqualified. How fitting is this, chat? The fight is over. Kosabutski is disqualified because of low blows. He doesn't look particularly upset about it. Ife Ajagba thriving in agony on the canvas from low blows. And he wins by DQ because of ball punches. This was one of the best fought ball punching fights I ever seen in my life. Ife Ajagba's jab to the balls won him this fight. But he didn't jab to the balls one time too many. He knew to play tit for tat for ball punching until Kosabutski went down there one time too many and he lured him into the DQ. Next level ring IQ by Ife Ajagba. We talked earlier in the fight that maybe he got a little soft fighting in America. No. We saw tonight he got smarter fighting in America. He makes Kosabutski get himself disqualified. And he out-jabbed him to the balls. He beat him fair and square tonight. Ife Ajagba with a 4th round disqualification. A little bit of Andrew Galata, Riddick Bowe. A little bit of Usyk, Dubois. And there we go. Yep. No, that's it, chat. I'm not kidding. This really happened. Kosabutski really loses the fight. He doesn't look that upset about it. Doesn't look that upset. Losing hurts, but if you gotta lose, you want to lose punching the other guy in the balls, making him thrive in agony, as opposed to you laying on the canvas unconscious. No, it's a better way to go out. It's a better way to go out. Real Recognize Real says, love your insight, my guy. I agree. I don't stop. The analysis doesn't stop. If both fighters throw ball punches, we'll assess the ball punching. That's how deep the analysis goes here on FightHype Live. Yeah, it's very good. Testicle knockout, says Tori. TKO. There you go. Not a DQ. You're right. It's a TKO. Kim says, where can we watch the fight? It's on ESPN Plus right now. Cotto needed that low blow. No, if any Puerto Rican intentionally punched somebody in the balls, it was Felix Trinidad against Fernando Vargas. It wasn't Miguel Cotto against Zab Judah. My guest wants to watch Waist Deep, so Sean, you're my only hope. Is Waist Deep a movie, Marvelous Irv? So are you forced to just put the headphones on your cell phone and listen to me while your guest watches the film Waist Deep? Who was in Waist Deep? That sounds like a 90s flick. Hold on. This is the important stuff we go over as we kill time for main event time here on FightHype Live. Waist Deep. Oh no, it's a 2006 movie with Tyrese and Lorenz Tate. Okay. I'm a fan of both of those guys. Baby Boy, Menace to Society. Megan Good. I only saw her in Cousin Skeeter, so I'm not as familiar with her work. The Game, I didn't know he acted. Even though he plays a gangster in his music. Okay. Pause, Sean, says Krishna Wainwright. What did I say that was pause-worthy, Krishna? What did I say? I missed it. Not the best night for the sport of boxing, TD. At least, hey, we've had worse. That's the worst time. That's the sad commentary. We've had worse. This ain't that bad. Jared Anderson, nice blue gloves, neon blue gloves, black trunks, warming up in the dressing room. And one thing I love about Jared Anderson is his pull counters, his jab out of both stances. He really can switch and fight out of both stances. He can go to the body. Basically, the one thing Jared Anderson needs to tighten up the most is just on defense in the pocket. And sometimes not keeping the chin not as exposed. Just on defense. Certain things defensively. But offensively, he's got it all a little bit. He has a good jab out of southpaw and orthodox. He has good power in both hands, good hand speed, good body puncher. So I really like him on offense. On defense, he can't afford to be getting hit with the kind of shots he did against Charles Martin against other fighters. But we'll see. Krishna Wainwright said you were seeking balls. Did I? I said that? Jeez. Yeah, that's pause-worthy, I suppose. Yeah, absolutely. I said that, Krishna? I didn't know that. I guess so. Jeez. It's not a good sentence to come out of my mouth. Boston's. What's up, Boston's? What's up, Paisan? Said, I'm ready for Jared Anderson to get back in the good graces of fans tonight? I think so. No, fans like to be critical, a lot of them, especially with Jared right now. Fans, if you don't tickle their fancy, if you're not one of their favorites, they tend to be more critical than praiseworthy. And I think that even if Jared does his thing and gets this guy out of here in a couple of rounds, people will say he fought a bum. He still didn't look good against Charles Martin, all that stuff. He's gonna have to prove doubters wrong, that kind of thing. Let's see. Ruiz stops Usyk. I'm claiming it now. That's a good fight. I don't trust. Ruiz has the talent to fight and beat a Usyk on his best night. Not that he'd be the favorite to do it, but he'd stand a chance of doing it. But Ruiz lacks the dedication and the discipline of Alexander Usyk, and that's probably why he would definitely lose that fight. He has the talent, the punching power, the hand speed, the head movement to keep up, and he's the natural heavyweight. If he cracks Usyk consistently, he could get him out of there. And again, he's one of the few heavyweights that has the fluidity and the hand speed to keep up with that cruiserweight moving up. But Ruiz, just doesn't have that discipline that Usyk does, and that's why that fight would in all likelihood get away from him. But it's a good fight. It would be a good fight. I think styles make fights, and that's an interesting fight, Ruiz and Usyk, because Usyk's not bigger than Ruiz. That'd be interesting. But Anderson versus Dubois, I got Jared. Jared's just more of a dog than Dubois. He has a better chin than Dubois. He has faster hands than Dubois. So, yeah, I think he has more heart than Dubois, and I think he has better hand speed and more arsenal than Dubois. But I was actually impressed by Dubois. Some people during the live thought I was hating on Dubois because I didn't score him a round. There was a couple of rounds you could have gave to him. I just thought Usyk always closed those rounds strong, and a few rounds where Dubois might have been on his way to winning it on the card, he'd let it get away from him by the pace of Usyk down the stretch of those rounds. But I actually felt like Dubois fought a good fight tonight. I liked his. What let him down is his speed. He was too slow. He actually had good timing and good tactics a number of times with Usyk. The body shots were good tactics, and he was very close to walking Usyk into certain right hands. He was a smart fighter. He knew his distance better than he may have gotten credit for. It's just that he was a little too slow. So even when he had good timing and good positioning, the shot would travel too slow, and Usyk would see it coming and get out of the way, or if he did get hit with it, take something off of it. But yeah, I think Jared would beat Dubois. Usyk has a body like Keith Thurman, says Marvin Washington. Kind of true. Kind of true in that neither guy's ever been down by a body shot, but every time they take a good body shot, or Usyk has been down by a body shot at cruiserweight, actually. I saw that clip today. But they fold to the body, but they stay upright and they keep fighting, to their credit. But Usyk, with that constant upper body motion and the in and out footwork, fighters got to find a way to keep getting them to the body because the head moves, but the body does not. But the feet are always moving, and the feet make the body change. That's what makes guys miss body shots, is in and out with the footwork. And so it's easier said than done against Usyk. They're showing replays of Usyk's knockout right now. You'll seldom see a guy end a fight with a jab. Beautiful jab by Usyk to close the fight. Torres KOs Little Baby, says Champy. Not out of the question, but I favor Anderson. I think Anderson's the better, more talented prospect, but Torres maybe could get underneath Anderson, get into mid to close range, come over the top with shots that Anderson doesn't get away from, even though they're looping shots. Torres is kind of like Sean Porter, knows how to bounce in and out, get in your chest, and loop the shot to where it's hard to pull back from, and maybe Torres, could get physical with Jared and get in there. But I think Jared has a better jab than Richard Torres, longer arms, and is a little bit more gifted than Richard Torres. But if he had Richard Torres' temperament, he would definitely probably be the next heavyweight champion. Not that he doesn't have a good temperament, but Torres' heart is all the way in boxing, and he's not going to let anyone outwork him. He's a hard worker, an overachiever. And if Jared never shores up some of his defensive deficiencies, he's more of an underachiever. So, But yeah, I still like Jared as a prospect a little bit more than Richard. Richard's tough. He's an overachiever. He's tough as shit. Works his ass off, but he is small. Ruiz got the discipline now, Sean. Well, I don't know, Weedy. We'll see about that. We'll see about that. I didn't like the pace he fought at against Ortiz and Areola. And those two old guys rocked him a number of times in those fights. Ruiz still a top heavyweight, but I wouldn't pick him to beat Wilder. I wouldn't pick him to beat Usyk. I wouldn't pick him to beat Fury. Weedy Gonzalez says, I know Dubois is a quitter, but I thought he'd step it up a little for the 3 belts. What the fuck, Dubois? I thought he did step it up. I thought he fought a good fight. He was eating that jab a lot. Every time he got hit with that jab, when we were calling it live, the sweat would knock off his head, and he was getting his head snapped up, and the straight left. He ate a lot of shots before he went down. And up until about the 7th or 8th round, when fatigue really started to set in more, and he couldn't react to the feints as much and became a sitting duck, became target practice. It was what it was. But I actually thought Dubois was pretty game, and up until the last 2 rounds, kept trying to win, kept trying to adjust, and made some good adjustments. But he's just too slow for Usyk. So let's see. Haney versus Prograis, says Marvin Washington. Who you got? I got Haney. Prograis is kind of old. And even though Danielito Zorrilla was trying to spoil the fight more than win it, was really not engaging at all. And even though he's a southpaw and Devin's a righty, the fact that he struggled that much with the boxing ability of Danielito Zorrilla, and now he's going up against one of the best boxers in the world, in Devin Haney, that doesn't bode well for him. He couldn't land his jab to save his life that fight. And Devin Haney has an excellent jab. I know it's different when it's not 2 southpaws and it's orthodox versus southpaw, but I think Devin's going to... Two things are going to make Devin a superior fighter heading into the Prograis fight. He's not dying to make lightweight anymore, and he just fought Vasyl Lomachenko, who gave him 12 rounds of the highest level of experience. So him being stronger at 140 and coming off of all the knowledge he just gained fighting a chess master like Loma, you're going to get an even better Devin Haney than you saw in May. I got him all day against Prograis. I don't hesitate in picking that fight at all. And then hopefully he goes back to Top Rank and does a unification fight on pay-per-view with T.O. And then after that, go to PBC and fight Tank Davis. So we'll see. Yeshua Savior, Yeshua, naming the Lord by his name, I see. Says, Sean, you're the best, man. You're like my brother I never met. I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that, man. We're all family here, kicking it. FightHype family, just kicking it on these lives. Once round by round comes in, I turn up the focus a notch and really call the action. But in between the round by rounds, we just have fun and kick it. It's a good time. Malcolm Emanuel said Devin Haney is not one of the best boxers in the world. Well, I disagree. I think he is. I got all 3 of the youngsters on the top 10 pound for pound: Shakur, Devin, and Tank. And also I meant Malcolm stylistically the pure boxer, not just one of the best boxers. I didn't just mean he's one of the best boxers in the world, regardless of style and weight. I mean guys that we think of as pure boxers, not punchers, not boxer punchers, not pressure fighters, but guys we think of as pure boxers. I don't think you can name 5 to 10 better pure boxers than Devin Haney. So if the pure boxing of Danielito Zorrilla, staying on the outside, boxing all night, gave Prograis that much troubles, I think you'll agree, even if you don't think Haney's one of the best boxers in the world, he's levels above the boxing skills of Danielito Zorrilla, who made Prograis look like shit, So I definitely think Devin beats him. Tori said, been down with FightHype since 2011. That's what's up, brother. That's Ben's been holding it down with FightHype since 2007. So that's awesome, man. We appreciate you, Sean. Thank you, Tori. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate all you guys in the chat. Weedy saying, I appreciate Sean not taking my criticisms to heart. You know I love you, Sean. Nah, man, we got it. I mean, come on, chat. There's gonna be times I say things you guys think is just off and you disagree with, picking fights wise, assessing prospects, all that. It's so silly when people think they're good. They have to agree with everything someone says. Some of my favorite journalists in football, Grant Cohn. I admire the guy. He's got balls of steel to be saying the things he says and then show up every day in front of the Niners and keep that same energy. But sometimes I disagree with him. He'll say something about Brock Purdy and he'll say something about some player, and I don't, but in the end, I still think he's the best. Some of my favorite fighters. I think that was weak of Bernard to fake a low blow with Chad Dawson and Joe Calzaghe, and Bernard did some shit that I didn't always agree with. Eric Morales took PEDs and against Danny Garcia. Eric Morales quit in the third fight with Manny Pacquiao, but those are my favorite fighters. So, I don't know, man. It's like we look to people to be God, like to be perfect. Of course, we're going to disagree with some of our favorite journalists and entertainers and athletes, and that's the point. That's not the point. Is to just co-sign everything someone does. You got to disagree. That's what keeps critical thought going. So, does T.O. come out of retirement? 100%, Marvin Washington. 1,000%. Teofimo Lopez is not really retired. Absolutely not. Jared Anderson with the Batman mask in backstage. 6.5 minutes until main event ring walk time between Jared Anderson and Andriy Rudenko from the Ukraine. Lots of Ukrainian heavyweights tonight. Usyk, Kosabutski, Andriy Rudenko. Bernard was dirty as fuck at times, but that's why I love him. Agreed. I mean, nobody that I've ever seen in boxing history mastered the cuff behind the head hit like Bernard Hopkins. Bernard grabbed you by the head a little bit, and so smooth, so slick, so genius with it. The referee's right here. And just, beautiful. The hip shot, hitting him to the hip, putting his shoulder in your chin and shoving you off. The straight right hand followed by the head butt right to the bottom of your chin. Oh, I love all that shit from Bernard. Love all of it. Tay said, I heard Tank's fighting Cruz again. That's what I've been hearing for months. Since before the Ryan fight, I heard that he would probably wind up having a rematch with Cruz. It makes sense. Frank Martin is a more dangerous fight for less money. They just made a lot of money bringing together the African-American and Mexican-American fan bases. Cruz is Mexican, so they'll do good pay-per-view buys with that audience again. It's economics. Cruz is probably the most profitable fight they can make on the PBC side. Subriel Matias, Scary Antoine Russell, Frank Martin, these guys don't sell tickets. And it's not like Isaac Cruz is a big ticket seller on his own, but against Tank, it'll draw. And they can sell it as Tank's most competitive fight. Will he get the knockout this time with two healthy hands? Blah, blah, blah. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. Devin or Shakur is going to probably have to sign with PBC to ever make that fight happen. So, will they? We'll see. I of course, I do wish boxing was like the NFL and the NBA, and the NFC teams and the AFC teams didn't have to agree to play each other. The meritocracy of whoever the top two teams are by the end of the year ensures they will play each other, not if they're both with the same. It'd be like, I always love making this comparison. In boxing, if the NFL was like boxing, Patrick Mahomes would be like, why do I got to play Jalen Hurts in the Super Bowl? What has Jalen Hurts done to be on the level of me, Patrick Mahomes? Why do he plays on Fox on the NFC. I play on in the AFC on CBS. Why do I got to play him? I could play Joe Burrow. I could play, someone, a bigger name and make more money, get more views. It's hilarious. It really would be like if Patrick Mahomes was like, okay, it's time to play the Eagles in the Super Bowl, and it's like, well, they're on the wrong, they play on Fox Channel. They're an NFC team. They're on the wrong side of the street. So, but that being said, boxing is more of a business first than a sport a lot of times. And the business, PBC does the biggest business with Tank Davis. So they dictate the terms of a big fight like that happening. So Devin or Shakur will probably have to, sign with PBC to make it happen, like Terrence Crawford had to. So we'll see. Good comparison, says Dark Matter Reality TV. No, it literally is like that. Like, I'm being funny, but it literally is like that. It literally is like if Patrick Mahomes was like, what do I have to gain by playing Jalen Hurts, and the Eagles? They're not, I'm the A side. I'm the bigger draw. I'm Patrick Mahomes. I already won a Super Bowl. Let him win a Super Bowl first to earn a shot at playing me in the Super Bowl. Like, this shit is funny to me. Do I think Boo Boo has a chance with his layoff against Benavidez? Your boy Trey Lance is off to the Cowboys. I know, Daddy Life. I know he is, man. Rest in peace to the 49ers, Trey Lance. There. Hold on, man. I need my TO jersey to wipe my tears. Hold on. No, TO's not doing it. I need Jerry to clean off the team. This sucks. Trey Lance could be just as good as Jalen Hurts, but bitch ass Kyle Shanahan doesn't want to give him a chance. Hold on, I need the Steve Young to wipe off the tears. That wasn't enough. No, the Steve Young wasn't enough. I need another Jerry to wipe off the tears of no Trey Lance. We had an athletic mobile quarterback with a cannon arm, and we said no. We want to give you up for the last pick of the draft. That didn't help. I need another Jerry. This one will finally make me feel better. Hold on. Okay. All right, I'm good, chat. No, I'm not good, chat. I'm not good, chat. I'm not. I need Dion. I need memories of Dion in '94 to make this better. Okay, I'm done. All right, I'm done. That's all the Niners jerseys. Just kidding. There's one more. Hold on. No, I need 1980s Jerry with Joe Montana to make me feel better. I need 1980s Jerry. Okay, that's it. I'm done. That's it. Seriously, that was the last Niners jersey. But yeah, the Niners are stupid as fuck for trading Trey Lance for nothing. For trading 3 first-round picks for Trey Lance and then trading him for a 4th-round pick, that's retarded. All right, here comes Andriy Rudenko to the ring. Now. Andriy Rudenko coming to the ring. He was not traded to the Cowboys for a 4th-round pick. He's fighting Jared Anderson tonight in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So, Jesus M, I love the burgundy joints. I thought they were fire. I know they never won anything in them, but they look cool. That's just me. All right, Jared Anderson with the Batman mask ready to come out for this main event against Andriy Rudenko. Tori said Sean clowning tonight. It's a Tulsa, Oklahoma card with Jared Anderson fighting in what's going to be a blowout. So why not have a little fun with it? There's 170 people here. It's not the glorious Jake Paul fights where we have like 10 to 50,000 people in the live. It's funny what draws people in. Use Kaepernick too, please, Sean. I didn't get a Kaepernick jersey, but I do support the man's First Amendment right. Should have been allowed to stay in the NFL. Doesn't mean I love the Fidel Castro swag, or and all that, but definitely should have been allowed to keep playing. Jared Anderson now still in the dressing room, Batman mask on. Oh, Malcolm Emanuel said all those guys I named are better boxers than Devin. Let me see. Bam Rodriguez. Hold on. Bam Rodriguez. Who else? Malcolm. Hold on. Mr. Quake, doing good. What's up, Mr. Quake? Good to see you in the chat, brother. And Marvin, back to your Boo Boo question. I think Benavidez is going to win that fight. I mean, of course, Boo Boo has a chance. He's an excellent fighter in his own right, but he's the smaller guy coming up from 54, and he likes to coast in the second half of fights, and Benavidez gets better in the second half of fights. Hey, Sean, don't work for ESPN. It's not the same anymore, says Mr. Quake. But they are the worldwide leader. Let me see here. All right, here comes Jared now, coming to the ring. Batman, what song is this he coming out to? Let's see if I can hear it. Can't hear it. Oh, what? Jared's doing an interview before he takes the ring? What's he saying? He's saying to the audience, keep watching. Well, Jared talking, giving a few words about how people have never been in his shoes, fought the people he's fought, all that stuff that professional athletes these days love to talk about, you know. They kind of love to do the woe is me thing. They act like they're the only people in this world that have problems and have adversity and have people hate on them. I get it. All of that is true, but we all got problems too, buddy. And I love Jared, but it's keeping it real. Here comes Jared Anderson to the ring now. America's best young heavyweight. Only fighting less than 8 weeks after he just won a very, very fun fight with Charles Martin in 10 rounds. Ate some straight left hands from the southpaw Charles Martin. Took him well. Showed some solid punch resistance. Got his legs buckled a couple times, but he always came back with great fighting spirit and showed a very good, prolific offense out of both stances. Needs some things to work on defensively, but now he makes his way through the ropes into the ring. Jared Big Baby Anderson, 15-0, 14 knockouts, fresh off the first time he's gone the distance. Top rank, kind of scaling back the matchmaking with Andriy Rudenko, and he should be able to handle Andriy Rudenko tonight and get back to his knockout streaks. Here we go. Stylistically, Boo Boo's a bad matchup for Benavidez. I don't think Boo Boo's legs can move for all 12 rounds the way they could when he was 154. And I think Boo Boo, he hits you with hard left hands early. And then usually at 60 and 54, those guys think twice about putting pressure on him. And he tames them and he gets the coast in the second half of fights. I don't think he's going to tame Benavidez with those left hands. Benavidez is eventually going to get hit with them a little bit less. Or if he does keep getting hit with them, as he moves into his rhythm, he'll start to eat them, walk past them, and get off his own combinations. And I don't think Boo Boo has the legs all 12 rounds to, kind of like the Caleb Plant fight. You saw Caleb Plant, once the second half of the fight came along, it got very ugly for him, and I think that's going to happen for Andrade. I think he'll have success early, kind of like Plant did, but ultimately, you know, I think his legs aren't going to be fresh enough to move around for all 12, and once you stay in front of Benavidez, you're a dead man. That's a problem. So I think Benavidez will beat Andrade, probably very similar to the Caleb Plant fight, punishing him down the stretch to win a decision. Andrade, like Plant, resourceful, savvy, fast enough to make it to the final bell, get off to a good start. But I wouldn't be surprised if Benavidez could stop him late too, though. But we'll see. Maybe Andrade shocks me and pulls it off. Let's see. Freddie Coleman is saving ESPN. I got to check him out quick. Boo Boo will have Benavidez on the back foot around round 6. I don't know, Jason Wheeler. We'll see. We shall see. Somebody called Nico Ali Walsh Caucasian Clay. I'm done. That's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. I'm not going to lie. Plant could be such a great fighter if he had great conditioning. He's a good fighter, though. But, man, still a throwback fighter to me, though, says Chiquian. Oh, Chiquian, you know I love David Benavidez. David would have lost that fight if Plant had 12 fresh rounds in him. If Plant could have sustained what he did in the first 5, he would have won that fight. He was kind of winning that fight easily through 5 rounds. And Benavidez disappointed me a little bit with his tactics in that fight. He was reaching for power shots. He did not use his jab. He did not jab with the jabber. Part of that was Plant being quicker on the draw with his jab and his feet mixing up the distance so that Benavidez couldn't get the range with it. But yeah. So Jared versus Ife, late 2023. Jesus, Jared beats Ife for sure, in my opinion. So all right, here we go. Both fighters center of the ring, about to touch gloves, and let's get it. Let's get it. This may be a quick night for Jared Anderson. Andriy Rudenko's been stopped before, 6 losses. Body isn't in particularly great shape. Anderson's body has transformed a little bit. Came in to the pros a little soft, a little bit of baby fat on Big Baby, and he's become more chiseled his last couple fights. Was at his most chiseled for Charles Martin, maybe a little less cut up tonight than he was for Charles Martin, but In good shape is Jared Anderson. In good shape. Looking like a top heavyweight. Rudenko, not as much. Here we go, round one, and let's begin. Anderson starting off orthodox. He can switch, and he has a good jab out of both stances. And he starts with that jab. Lands his first jab of the night. Rudenko looking to put pressure on Anderson. Nice jab to the body by Jared Anderson. Jab up top by Jared Anderson. Pulls straight back to get away from a left hook. Rudenko getting Anderson on the ropes and throwing in combination and gets a left hook in a little bit in that combination. Nice stab jab to the body by Anderson. He has a great stab to the body with those jabs. Hold on, my stream buffer in here for a quick second. And we jump right back into it. Here we go. All right. Rudenko, nice left hook for Rudenko. Hooking off the jab, making Anderson back straight up with his chin up. And Anderson ate that left hook as Rudenko hooked off the jab. Nice jab to the body by Jared Anderson. Straight right hand for Anderson, sets up a left hook, but Rudenko blocks it. Rudenko eating the jab of Anderson. Such a good jab. Rudenko making Anderson step off to his left behind his own jab. Rudenko tying up Anderson in close. Minute into this fight. Good action so far. Anderson keeping his distance. Does a nice pull left hook or left uppercut to the body. Lands that left uppercut to the body. Nice. Rudenko getting rough in the clinch. Fires with his free hand. Anderson, I think, already beginning to get some of Rudenko's respect. Anderson punching with his free hand with the right hand of the body. Back comes Rudenko with the right hand of the body. But 2 or 3 or 4, 5 right hands to the body in the clinch for Anderson, working that free hand. Halfway through the first round, Rudenko gets his jab parried by Anderson in the center of the ring. Anderson shoots his jab again to the stomach. Shoots his jab up top, lands those 2 jabs. Lead left hook gets blocked by Rudenko. Straight right hand lands for Anderson, and Rudenko backing out of range, eats a jab to the body, falls short with a left hook counter up top, falling on Anderson's chest. Now a little left hook lands for Rudenko, but back comes Anderson with a combination. Nice pivot off, turning his feet, and then swinging with a right uppercut to the body by Jared Anderson. Jared now cross-guarding and shooting the jab out of that beautifully. Anderson pulling his head down a little bit in the clinch. Breaks away in the clinch. Less than a minute left in this opening round. Lead left hook touches Anderson and a right hand behind it. Anderson digging 2 hard right hooks to the body in the clinch. Good body work. Anderson shooting a little bit of a sloppy 1-2-3. Rushing his punches a little bit. Didn't land those. Rudenko trying to catch and shoot with his own left hook. Didn't land it. 30 seconds left. Ref breaks him out of the clinch. 2 hard body shots in the center of the ring by Jared Anderson, and he backs up to reset and give himself some distance. Shoulder rolls, 2 shots by Rudenko. Comes back with 2 jabs to the center of Rudenko's guard. Another jab lands for Jared Anderson. Rudenko near the ropes, lets go of a left hook. Gets it blocked by Anderson. Anderson back with a jab to the body. Anderson staying on top, shifting his upper body weight, but eats a jab. Anderson shifting his upper body weight beautifully and then dips and gets a left hook to the body and a jab to the body. Cuffs a chopping right hand up top and then touches with a right hand to the body. Rudenko off balance from that sequence of punches by Anderson, and that'll do it for round 1. 10-9 Jared Anderson. Good stuff by Jared Anderson. Yep. Let's see. What's up, chat? Let's see. I think Jared's going the distance tonight, says Trey Chai. I don't think so. Jared tries to roll with every punch. He does. A lot of these youngsters, Abdullah Mason, Jared Anderson, Shushu Carrington, they love the pull counters. And I love pull counters too. It's athletic, nuanced, beautiful stuff to see. But they get it. But then again, you can't fall in love with your pulls too much because then you're not using the jab. You're not doing everything you're supposed to do with your feet. You know, because when you're trying to pull counter, you need the other guy to oblige a little bit by staying in that range and giving you something to counter. And when they're stepping off with their feet, you got to get back to the jab and closing distance behind it. A lot easier said than done. I can't actually do any of this stuff I'm talking about. But all right, here we go. Round 2. Round 2, Jared Anderson pulling back, making him fall short with the jab. And I do love that jab by Jared. Hasn't switched southpaw tonight to start. Jared catching and shooting with the jab. Catching the jab and letting his own jab go. Jared eating a little short left hook by Rudenko, but trying to counter off of it. Nice jab to the body by Jared Anderson in the center of the ring. Nice jab up top, but he misses the sweeping right hand left hook. Lands the jab again, but Rudenko pulls away from the right hand. Nice jab lands again for Jared Anderson. Jab lands again for Jared. And sometimes when that's all the defense is giving you and the guy don't really want to engage and he wants to stay on the outside, pelt him with the jab. Don't look to force the pull counters and the power shots. Pelt him with the jab. Nice jab lands for Jared again. Straight right hand lands by Jared, and he follows it up with a jab. Left hook gets blocked. Second left hook gets blocked, but he finishes with 2 jabs, sticking it through the center of the guard. And then a pull counter to the left hook of the body, getting underneath the jab of Rudenko. Rudenko trying to catch and shoot with his own left hook, but Anderson with good reflexes, not getting touched thus far. Anderson catches a sweeping right hand, catches another right hand, left hook to the body in between Rudenko's punches, makes Rudenko step off and react to it. Rudenko clinching in close. Referee breaks him up halfway through the second. Anderson, stiff arm with the left. Referee warns against that. Shoots the jab. Gets it blocked. Rudenko falling short with a lead left hook. Anderson with a half step back and shoots like a half left hook, left uppercut. Gets back to the jab in the body in the center of the ring. Good jab by Jared Anderson. Anderson, lead left hook gets blocked. Right uppercut gets blocked. Jab, sweeping right hand gets blocked in the center of the ring. But he's working. Good pace. Jab to the body by Anderson. That one got a little low. Jabs back up top. Pushes off on Rudenko in the clinch, doing good little subtle things with his hands in and out of the clinches, like Malik Scott will talk about. Anderson back on his jab. Rudenko, facial expression shows that he knows he's up against. Lands a jab, but eats a jab back and a right hand to the body and a left hook to the body. Another left hook to the body for Jared. Jared switches southpaw with a right hook to the body, goes back to orthodox and gets back on his jab, tries to sweep that right hand up top behind the jab. Rudenko blocking the sweeping right hand, but not blocking those jabs. They're splitting the guard almost every time. Rudenko trying to get rough on the inside. Anderson alert defensively, keeping things sharp on the inside, keeping his hands up. Back to the jab to the body once he gets some distance. Left hook, straight right hand for Anderson. Good hand speed. Rudenko with the hands up to block and take something off him. Another left hook to the body by Anderson. Right hand to the body by Anderson. That time threw a couple of decoy shots up top to set up the hook to the body. Anderson not getting punched a lot this round. Showing a little bit better defense than he did against Charles Martin, but then again, Rudenko is not as good as Charles Martin. And this will do it for round 2. Good body work consistently by Jared Anderson. The jab and the body work is there for Anderson all night. If he doesn't try to knock his head off with power shots and pull counters, he could break him down with behind his jab and the body shots. 2-zip for Jared Anderson, 20-18. Mr. Quake, yes, that is the dream, brother. I think that's every journalist's dream in sports, to get to the worldwide leader one day. But I am in the worldwide leader of boxing with FightHype, so I should be pretty happy about that so far. Let's see. Chat, what are we thinking of Jared so far? Or are most of you here because you can't actually watch the fight? Trey Chai says they try and pull counter without establishing distance. Right, I guess that's what I was getting at, Trey, is, they forget about that jab in between sequences. Especially when they land a pull counter early and now the other guy's weary of opening up. And now you still waiting on pull counters instead of being first behind the jab to fill those empty gaps in the fight. The counters are going to be there. He's going to have to throw punches at some point, even if he's trying to survive. But if you wait on him too much, you could let too many moments in the fight get away that you could be. And these kids we're talking about have good jabs. It's not like they don't have good jabs to be sticking it on them when the guy's staying on the outside, not trying to engage. So, but here we go back into round 3. 26-1 for body shots. Jared Anderson landing 26, Rudenko with 1. So Jared Anderson, a consistent body puncher, and you need to be when you're 6'3", 6'4", and you're not as big as some of these giants. You're going to have to chop some trees. Good jabs by Jared Anderson. Double jab and sweeping right hands behind it. Not landing it to the head, but sweeping it to the body and landing the right hand to the body. But that jab is money for Jared Anderson right now. Sweeping right hand to the body lands for Jared. But Rudenko's got some love handles. He's got some meat to withstand the body shots. Left hook to the body sets up a right uppercut up top for Jared. And another left hook to the body. Punctuate back on his jab. Beautiful jab. 2 jabs from Jared Anderson. Heavyweight jab you want to see from an American heavyweight. Anderson seeing the right hand coming, keeping his hand up to block it. Didn't just trust his reflexes. Kept his hands up that time. About halfway through the third round, Anderson having a good performance thus far. Anderson pulling straight back from the left hook, but he doesn't pay for it that time. Switches southpaw, right hook to the body, straight left hand to the body, left uppercut. Anderson, southpaw now, southpaw jab, hooking off the jab. Rudenko near the ropes now. Blood coming from the mouth. 2 southpaw jabs from Anderson. Keeping his distance, taking little half steps back behind the jab to keep perfect range. Jab to the body by Anderson, staying southpaw. Anderson with a counter left uppercut, straight left hand, right hook. Straight left hand, right hook getting blocked, but that left uppercut got in. Nice knifing left hand to the body, set up from the jab up top, staying southpaw. Now he switches orthodox. Anderson, half steps back, right uppercut. Walked Rudenko into it by keeping his distance. Moving his head, getting away from the left hook of Rudenko, dips his head down, and the referee tells Rudenko not to hold it down. Back on the jab, sets up 2 hard body shots by Jared Anderson, not smothering his work, keeping Rudenko on the end of the jab, and then 2-piece to the body. Good stuff by Jared. Jared chopping with the left hook, falls short with the jab. Rudenko moving out of range. Jared short, reaching with the 1-2. Now he lands that jab to the body. Beautiful jab to the body by Jared Anderson. Touch little right hand to the body. Right uppercut on the inside. Rudenko holding on. 2 left uppercuts. 1 to the body, 1 to the head for Anderson. He hits him with a left hook out of the clinch. Little short chopping shots by Anderson right now. Not sitting down on big knockout shots. Oh, nice 2-piece to the body again by Jared Anderson. Getting underneath the headshot and making him pay with 2 bodies. 2 more body shots. A right hook to the body. A left hook to the body. Another right hook to the body. And red welts form on the left side of the body for Andriy Rudenko, and that's it for round number 3. Great jab and body work by Jared Anderson, 30-27. Do I respect WCW, Mr. Quake? Absolutely. Then the NWO, there wouldn't be an Attitude Era without the NWO. I actually, when all the kids at school said, bro, you gotta watch wrestling, I tuned into WCW, and then the next day I went to school and I said, Goldberg, right? And they said, no, dummy, we meant WWF. You're not supposed to watch WCW. But anyway, about to start round 4. Chikian Boxing saying Jared Anderson is going to that body. He is going to that body, man. Malcolm Emanuel saying Jared Anderson is a very good fighter. Let's see. Those body shots going to come in handy soon, says Shakian Boxing. There's only so much longer he's going to take those body shots. And he's got the jab to always know where Rudenko's at. He's always hitting him with the jab, so he knows exactly where he's at to find him. Beautiful right hook, southpaw body shot by Jared Anderson. Again, those welts. All right, round 4. Here we go. Rudenko, tough, taking good body work by Anderson tonight, and still applying pressure in spots. 42 body shots for Jared Anderson in just 3 rounds to just 1 for Andriy Rudenko. That is ridiculous body shots. Left hook lands for Rudenko, coming out of close range. Backs out of close range with a double left hook. That second one caught Anderson. Anderson, left hook to the body, keeps his right glove up nicely to catch. Keeps the right glove up nicely tonight to catch the left hooks of Rudenko. That's definitely the shot Rudenko's looking for. And Jared's been alert, keeping that right glove glued, keeping his hand on the phone. Here we go. Anderson blocking 2 jabs, stepping forward, giving an angle. Jab, sweeping right hand. Rudenko blocking some of those shots. Short little left hook gets in for Anderson, but not a lot of power on that one. Short chopping shot there. Rudenko jabbing to the body and coming with a left hook up top, but the 2-piece to the body from Jared Anderson. Anderson chopping right hand. Another chopping right hand in close. Letting the combinations go, and Rudenko covering up some of those shots, splitting the high guard, but some of them being caught on the gloves by Rudenko. Anderson hitting from every good reflexes by Anderson on the inside. Pulled straight back from a shot, but got away with it with good reflexes, and he's doing a better job keeping his hands up on the inside. Sticks that jab in through the center. Nice left hook to the body on the inside by Jared Anderson. Sweeping little right hook to the body, but Rudenko walks through it. Tries to place him on the ropes, but Anderson with good feet spins off the ropes immediately. 2 body shots again by Anderson. Left hook to the body by Anderson. Right hook up top, straight left hand. Rudenko takes a step back, but this is a tough guy who tucks his chin well. He's not eating a lot of these shots on the chin. He's getting it on the side of the head. He's eating it to the body, but this guy shells up decently well. And then he's got some baby fat around his waist to withstand some of these body blows. Anderson, short chopping right hook out of the southpaw stance. Turns off to his right in the southpaw stance. Straight left hand to the body and then a right hook to the body. Nice pivoting, punching and pivot. Another pivot off and then a southpaw left hand to the body by Anderson. Kind of do what Lomachenko does sometimes as a southpaw. Pivot the feet off to the outside of the other guy's lead foot and then punt. There it is again. Jared Anderson pivoting off. Sweeping left hand to the body. Good work there by Jared Anderson. But Rudenko taking these shots well. Nice right hook to the body again by Jared Anderson. Punching in combination up top to set it up and punctuate with the body shot. Anderson staying southpaw. 10 seconds left in the fourth. Rudenko not getting hit flush up top a whole lot that round. A lot of shots splitting the guard, partially splitting the guard, hitting him on the top of the head, but a lot of good job, keeping his chin tucked and keeping his hands up and not eating the full brunt of Anderson's punches. But that round was all Anderson. 40-36, Jared Anderson. Tay Day says, I never seen Jared go to the body this much. He's always been a good body puncher. I've always noticed that he is a good body puncher. Max Kellerman pointed that out about him when he was big up in him as a prospect early on. So let's see. Yep. Little commercial here, and then we'll resume the action in round 5. Rudenko, not anywhere near winning any of these rounds. Landed a good left hook in the first half of round 1, but outside of that, Jared's defense has been good. Keeping his hands up better, chin not as in the air. Still at times uses those reflexes with the chin a little exposed, but when you have good reflexes, you could get away with it in spots, just not all the time. You can't live and die by that. And Jared's been doing a better job of keeping the gloves up to go along with his reflexes to be a little bit more responsible defensively tonight. Rudenko holding and clinching onto Jared's right arm in the clinch, and he gets a point deducted for holding on to Anderson's back of the head and his arm, almost risking injuring his arm when Anderson tried to leave the clinch there. What's up, Red? What's going on, Red? Jab to the body by Jared Anderson early in round 5. He's orthodox here. Parrying the jab nicely, giving half of his body. Better defense there by Jared. Jared takes a half step off, keeps his gloves up, giving different looks defensively. So, yeah, good, better defense. A double jab by Jared. Beautiful double jab by Jared. Rudenko's got some good facial tissue. No, not a lot of blood. And left hook, right hand, punching in between Rudenko's punches, and I think Rudenko got buzzed a little bit. Rudenko's still trying to exchange with Anderson, but Anderson getting the opportunity he needs now instead of Rudenko keeping the hands up and the chin tucked. Rudenko opening up and exchanging with Anderson, and Anderson buzzed him with a left hook, right hand. Rudenko staying in close with Anderson. Anderson chopping with right hands to the body. Rudenko beginning to bust up now, and his legs are beginning to react to the shots from Anderson. Anderson landing a jab and staying on the body. Rudenko coming back, trying to catch Anderson in between shots, but Anderson catching shots better, more defensively responsible. Lands his jab. Nice left hook to the body. Jab to the body. Sweeping right hand to the body. Combinations and hand speed from Jared Anderson. A big 20-punch combination with Rudenko along the ropes. Right hook to the body. Straight left hand. Right hook up top. Left uppercut. Right hook up top. Jab to the body. Right hook to the body. Right hook up top. Straight left hand. Left uppercut. Right hook. Right hook to the body. And the referee waves it off. It's a stoppage in the 5th round for Jared Anderson. Rudenko's tough. He takes a good shot. He never went down on that 20-30 punch combination by Jared Anderson. Bob Arum clapping at ringside for his prized prospect heavyweight. Good performance by Jared Anderson. 5th round TKO. Used his jab extremely well. Went to the body extremely well and was more defensively responsible. Just less than 8 weeks after getting tagged by left hands by Charles Martin. Very good performance by Jared Anderson. Got some rounds in with a durable guy and showed improved skills. I saw a few things from Jared defensively that tightened up tonight. Good stuff by Jared Anderson. Not taking a step back, but a step forward, it looks like, in his development. Good stuff by Jared tonight. Tightened some things up. There's still some things to work on, obviously, but that combination, I don't know another heavyweight. I don't know too many heavyweights at all that could throw a 30-punch combination to end a fight. good hand speed and never got sloppy with his form on that ending barrage by Jared Anderson. His mom is happy ringside. Good stuff by Jared Anderson. Good stuff there. Good stuff. Never knock me down, Ray. Yeah, Charles N. He does get to do Rudenko does get to do the old Robert De Niro and Raging Bull. Let's see. Trey Chai said, "You said it." Yeah, I said it, right? 5 rounds, about 5 rounds, right? And I said if he just sticks with the jab and the body shots and doesn't try to force pull counters and big shots up top, he'll get him out of there. And he did. He broke him down. That's how you get a knockout with a guy who's got good punch resistance, that's trying to make it the distance. Pelt him to death with the jab when he's not trying to engage, and then hit that body when he's worried about not getting knocked out up top. Jared did just that. It's the 2 most common sitting on your ass watching the fight at home instructions boxing fans will yell to fighters. Use your jab and go to the body. And Jared did that, and that's why he got a tough guy out of there in 5 rounds. Good stuff by Jared Anderson. Marcos Chaz says Jared is a hype job, period. That remains to be seen, Marcos. He's 16-0 with 15 knockouts, and until he fights the best fighters in the division, you really don't know what level of hype he deserves or doesn't deserve. So, but for now, he took a step forward tonight defensively, I thought. Some of that had to do with not fighting a tall, long Charles Martin who could zap you with straight left hands, but I think part of it was his own development. He held his hands in more positions. He didn't rely on his reflexes all the time. Sometimes he caught shots as opposed to trying to, rely on the reflexes. He didn't fall in love with pull counters. He stuck with his jab. He went to the body. I thought he looked pretty damn good. Did his thing. Mr. Quake, hey Sean, I missed HBO boxing. Me too. I try to bring that HBO boxing flavor to the live round by rounds. SP got beats, says bars. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Pro Ballin' TV said neither Anderson or Dubois are really good. Anderson is done as soon as he fights a quality opponent. I'm not convinced of that. I think Anderson is better than Dubois. He has more dexterity and fluidity and hand speed, combination punching than Dubois. He's more natural in his technique at fighting, but Dubois is stiffer and slower. And I think Jared has more heart than Dubois. He has a better jab than Dubois. Better combination puncher than Dubois. So I just think he's a better prospect all around than Daniel Dubois. And I think he does stand a legitimate chance of becoming heavyweight champion. He's just not a sure thing like a young Mike Tyson or a young Riddick Bowe or a young Cassius Clay was. But he has the potential, if he keeps taking steps forward, to become heavyweight champion. So we'll see. It's a wait and see thing. Showtime Boxing did okay. Yeah, Showtime Boxing does great too. Marcos Chaz says Jared is mid. Denham Davis says y'all say anything. Anderson is nice. Quen 10 says Frank Sanchez versus Anderson in Tulsa. That'd be an excellent fight. Good finish from Jared, says Silverstream 2011. Yeah, good stuff. He did his thing. Let's see. He did his thing. That was, I enjoyed it. I think I got my father-in-law watching my son in the other room. My wife got last sec, so my sister-in-law, my wife's sister, her friend, her best friend, and her man are in town to see Beyonce at Allegiant Stadium where the Raiders play tonight. They had 2 extra tickets, gave it to my girl and my sister. So, I had to do the round by round for you folks, so I couldn't watch my son. So abuelo, his abuelo, Miguel, came by, put him down to sleep in the other room. So I'll probably get off in a little bit, go check on my little man asleep, let grandpa go home and chill. But I am thinking of playing a little Undisputed, chat. I am thinking of playing a little Undisputed. Let's see. Here, you know what? We will close the Did I Get Finessed by Miguel Cotto poll. Out of 137 votes, a little bit more than 50% of you said I did get finessed by Miguel Cotto low-blowing Zab Judah. I still believe Cotto. He ain't that kind of man. Miguel Cotto's a proud, stoic Puerto Rican man. He don't low-blow. Exuberant Puerto Rican man like Trinidad low-blow Fernando Vargas. But I guess you guys thought I got finessed. Hold on, let's see. Do we play undisputed or check on Leonardo being asleep? Hold on. Here we go, chat. New poll. New poll for the chat. Here we go. Who would I match Jared with next? I like the Makhmudov fight. The Russian, the undefeated Russian who's ranked 5th by the WBC and the WBA. I mean, of course I'd love to see... I mean, the Ife Ajagba fight, I don't think there's any doubt that Jared wins that fight, and they're friends. So I don't think they'll make that fight next. Maybe they will. It's an easy fight to make, but I think Jared definitely beats Ife Ajagba, and not by ball punches like Kosabutski tried to. But I think the Makhmudov fight makes sense. That's a good fight. That's a challenge. Makhmudov is bigger than Jared. He's not as good as Jared, but he's bigger than Jared, and he's extremely tough. So that's a good fight for Jared. Eventually, I like Filip Hrgović a couple of fights down the road. Maybe by this time next year, he could be ready for Filip Hrgović. Dangerous heavyweight. The Frank Sanchez fight's a hard fight to make because Frank is with PBC, and well, I don't even know if he's with PBC anymore, but he never seems to fight on ESPN. So we'll see. Is the fight over? Oh, my wife's in the chat. It is over, Sammy. Do I got to get off the live, Sammy, and go check on Leo? Or do I get to play undisputed, babe? What do you think? I have a feeling my wife's going to vote for check on Leo. Wow. Out of 20 votes, most people are voting to go ahead and see me play undisputed. They are not voting on checking on Leo being asleep. I kind of like that. SP Got Beat says, I called bars because you said good punch resistance against somebody trying to go the distance. That was nice. You was unconscious with it. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that. Is my wife listed? Sammy, are you still in the chat? Chikian's Boxing. Sean, are you going to watch Smith versus Eubank next week? I will, brother. I'll be doing a live round by round in the afternoon for that. Krishna said check on Son first and foremost. I agree. That's probably the right move. Let me go take a check on Little Man. I'll be right back, chat. I'll be right back. Let me go check on Little Man. Let me go check on Little Man and put something decent on the screen while we wait. Hold on. Here we go. Damn, I couldn't find a picture of the borderline punch. Hold on. Let's find it here. Let's wait right here. Hold up. Anyone got the picture? I just need a pic. There we go. All right. Image of the night. The Sports Center image of the night. I'll be right back, chat. Let's check on Leo. Okay. Alright, chat. Alright, chat. So I let Grandpa go home. I let Abuelo go home. Back to La Casa de Abuelo. So I'm going to leave the door open. If Leonardo wakes up, I will abruptly end this stream. But otherwise, we'll close with some undisputed gameplay. Should we do that? That body shot was to the body, says Chip Skylark. It was to the body, but unfortunately, every fighter is allowed to keep their belt line above their belly button, so body shots are technically called belt line and low. It is what it is. Usyk's not the first guy to get that call. I'm sure somewhere Sergey Kovalev was watching saying, I wish they called it low when I got stopped. He was going to get stopped by Ward anyways, by the way. I'm not bringing that up to like defend Kovalev, but I did think it was funny. Sergey Kovalev was probably watching that borderline shot get called low and was like, I wish I had this referee in Poland. But he was going to be stopped anyway. Miho MG. But all right, let's see if maybe we can close with a little undisputed. Good job, Sean. Great dad. Thank you, Krishna. I appreciate it. Shining teeth in me. Mr. Quake, I thought you were referencing Dave Chappelle, the player haters ball. They always say he don't want to see him shining. Well, he looks shiny to me. That shit was great. Motherfucker got dolphin teeth. Buck Nasty, what can I say about your suit that hasn't been said about Afghanistan? It looks bombed and depleted. Alright, here we go. Put these gators up your ass, show your inside some style. Oh, that shit was great. Alright. Let's close, right? Let's get Usyk. Let's get Usyk a little love. Fight was ass, says I showcase respawn. Hold up. Let me see. Alright, chat. We'll go with Usyk. Or do we chat Usyk or Bo? Usyk or Riddick Bo? Who are we going with tonight? I'm tempted to say Usyk since the man did fight today. It's only right. But I don't know. It's your guys' stream. God damn it. Okay, chat, hold up. I'm not feeling that. Where we at? Hold up. Usyk, Jared's not in the game. Nah, no Jared in the game. No Jared in the game. Usyk. All right, we'll go Usyk. Why not? It's his night. It's his day. We'll go with Usyk. Krishna said you fought already with Usyk tonight, but you did win with Usyk. When is the daughter due? Tay Day? My daughter's supposed to be due Valentine's Day. Literally on Valentine's Day. I doubt she actually arrives on that day, but that is the due date. That is the ETA of Miss Sophia Zittel. New God Chris said Bo. I like playing with Riddick Bowe in this game, but I'll stick with Usyk since he fought today. It's typically something we do on these streams. We'll play with the dude who actually fought that day. Chat, we could keep going with actual boxing talk too. Don't be shy. Keep throwing boxing shit my way. All 120 of you still rocking. Terrence Crawford. Here we go. All right, chat. Let's get it. It's James, the hating dolphin. Yeah, SP got me. They know him as Flipper. I know him as James. What about the Knight Rider line? Puerto Ricans are lazy, Michael. Isn't that what they say on the Knight Rider skit? Have you interviewed Zeke yet, Wilson? Zeke? Which Zeke? Which Zeke are we talking about? Which Zeke are we talking about, Wilson? Troy Nash Jr. will beat Kermel Moton. I gotta check out Troy. Alright, here we go, guys. We're fighting Ali. I'm gonna get busy, chat. Got him with the little 1-2. They gave Usyk a really nice straight left hand. There it is. There it is. I love landing that straight left hand with him. Oh yeah, don't stand in front of me. I'll touch that body, Muhammad. Ooh. You see it, chat. Outboxing the great Ali. This wouldn't happen in real life, but with me controlling Usyk, he can do this to the greatest. Now, in real life, Ali would take care of his business. I believe that. Straight left hand. Walked over to my right to set it up. Oh, almost did it again. Get to that outside of that lead foot. And then switch direction on him. Ooh, almost walked him into the straight left again, chat. Hold up. BAM! Power jab. All right, let me chill before I wake Leonardo up. Being all loud. And then I'll have to lose by rage quit. Because my son will be up. Good first round, though, chat. That's it. We're gonna start giving round by rounds. We're gonna start giving you guys. Hold up. Let's go. We will have the official FightHype chat scorecard if it has to go the distance, but it won't. I'm gonna knock this dude out. Here we go. Not beating Ali, Sean, Charles N. I am going to beat him. Again, this is video game land. Straight left hand. He can't do it, chat. He can't deal with the straight left hand prowess. Can't deal with the straight left hand prowess. You see it. Ah, trying to load up on a hook. Boom, straight left hand. Straight left hand, boom. Finish up with a combo. Jab. Straight left hand. I know my distance. I know my distance with it, chat. What did Denzel say in training day? I'm surgical with this shit, Jake. Surgical. Uh-oh. See, I'm getting ugly in the exchange. We don't need to do that. Pick our shots, swim without getting wet. Straight left hand. Straight left hand. Touch that body. You see it, chat. Oh, good slip by Muhammad Ali. But straight left hand. Go right back to work. Straight left hand, right back to work, chat. You see it. Give love to your boy. Straight left hand. Show love to your boy. Straight. Oh, damn it. Hold on, I'm gonna do it. Oh, okay, hold on. Standing in line too much. Getting predictable. Bam, bam. Ooh, 2 counter jabs. Straight left hand to the body. Oh, he don't like it, chat. He don't like it. Let's dance. Whee. Oh, stand. Okay. That's how you do it, chat. go. Let's go. We don't need a round-by-round poll this time. It's too easy. King Kong ain't got nothing on me, Sean. I hear you, Quake. Keep referencing Training Day. Boom. Straight left hand. Straight left hand. No, sir. Straight left hand. Nope. Nope. Straight left hand. Right hook coming, chat. Right hook. He's thinking it's all straight left hand. Right hook coming. Watch. Oh. Oh, my God. Chat, you see what I'm doing this magic with the straight... Come on, chat. Give it up. Give it up, chat. Give it up for the straight left hand magic. Boom. We're looking like the old prime Sean now. Oh, Ali switches southpaw. That just means I'm going to hit him with the jab more. Nope, switches back. Back to the straight left hand. Back to the straight left hand. To the body. To the body. Straight left hand up top. Ooh. If I mix in a right hook up top with all these straight left hands... Oh, there it is. Let me bring the hook behind it here and there. Might hurt him. Straight left hand. Ooh. Ooh, you see it, chat. Oh. Bop. Oh. Boom. You can't. Oh, my God, chat. We're fighting beautifully tonight. Oh, we just missed with the power jab. Let's try that Dubois jab that won the fight. Bam! There it is. The power jab. Straight left hand coming. Straight left hand coming. Here it comes. Here it comes. Nah, he knows better. Ooh. Sean before the glitch. Exactly, Charles N. Back to my old self, brother. Back to my old self. If you haven't covered it yet, Sean, what do you think of Ugas versus Barrios? Ask Chiquian Boxing. I got Barrios. I like the young guy in that fight. Ugas has lost a number of fights, and he's coming off a brutal loss where he took a lot of punishment, and he hasn't been able to fight in over a year and a half. He's made a lot of money now. So, you know, I don't know if he's as hungry, and I don't know if he's as fresh, and he definitely isn't as active as he once was. And then the guy who gave it to him, Errol Spence, in that last fight, he didn't look good in his last fight, so that's not a good omen for Ugas. You know, if Spence would have won that fight, it's like, okay, you got dominated by the best welterweight in the world, but Spence looked terrible against Crawford, and that was the Spence that destroyed Ugas. So, yeah, I think Barrios actually looked good and is still turning the corner, getting a little bit better in his 20s. He's improving still. Ugas is probably going to take a step down from the level he was operating at with this inactivity and the punishment he took against Spence. I like Barrios in that fight. I like the younger, fresher fighter who's still getting better over the older guy who's probably seen better days. Straight left hand. Chad, I think Ali's about ready to get out of here. I'm breaking him down to the body and touching that head with the straight left. Ooh, I tried to counter with the hook. Tried it again. Let me try uppercut. There it is. There's another one. Oh my God, chat, we're piecing him up. Boom. Oh, I tried. I'm trying to put him together a little bit. Who won the live fight? Joe Gallagher, Jared Anderson by 5th round TKO. Showed some improvements from his last fight. Has an excellent jab. One of the best jabs in the heavyweight division. Chat, we're putting it on Ali. Let's go. Here we go. All right, chat. Let's get him out of here. Let's not play with our food. Let's get him out of here soon. Ooh. Let me pick the shot. Don't just start throwing. Don't just get busy. Pick the shots.
They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for the spot areas over an eyebrow, cheekbone. You just got to try and cut them, skin it, go for speed.
Ooh! He didn't like that, chat. Ooh! And then I swept it. Again! Ooh! How's he holding up? Chat, we giving it to him, man. This is an ass whooping. This is kind of blasphemous to do this to the greatest heavyweight of all time, but it's just a video game. We're doing our thing. Chad, he can't. Oh my God, Chad! Did you see that? Again. Oh! Oh! Damn! I thought I was gonna hurt him on that combination, chat. I thought I was gonna hurt him. Oh! Oh! Chat! We are styling tonight. I am so happy I played this match. I'm redeeming myself right now. This is beautiful right now, chat. Feel like I'm putting on a scintillating performance. One of those HBO DVD performances. Okay, that was ugly to start the round. Hold on. Oh, I just off with that hook. I'm trying to. There it is. Ooh! Oh. Oh, I'm trying to put together that finish him combo. Ooh. Ooh. Maybe I gotta hit him with the power jab more, because he's walking through every hook and straight left hand and body shot I hit him with. He's just walking through him, man. Oof. How much longer can Ali hold up to this? Come on, he's got to be wilting to it. God damn, we hitting Ali with everything. Whoop. Whoop. Let's go. Who voted no? Haters. Who voted no? Haters. I'm just saying. Krishna Wainwright said domination. You know it. Man, how did they even found 2 rounds for him? They're tripping. They're tripping. It's been domination. Whoop. Whoop.
I don't think it's going to be a boxing match.
Okay. I'm honestly getting a little tired of hitting them so much. Like, trying to just keep my focus and keep chopping away because I feel like I'm getting them with everything. Straight left hand all day. I'm just staying focused, chat. Want to get him out of here. Not have any lapses. Good jab by Ali.
Which one of these athletes is going to say I can't take it anymore? Good counter-punching for both these fighters.
Come on, this knockout's for Trey Lance.
What's this fighter doing? There's nothing behind these punches. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go.
Come on. All right, another round, but I'm getting a little tired of whooping on him, man. I want this knockout already. Toledo, Ohio, we in here, says Jeremy Hurd, celebrating the win of Jared Big Baby Anderson tonight, 5th round TKO.
Here's the bell start round 8. There's no doubt about who won that last round. We'll see what he has for us here in the next one.
Come on now.
Beautiful counter shot.
Let me not forget that jab.
Don't let this fighter's speed fool you.
1-2s, baby.
Method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
So you're getting in there with some of that so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you're gonna get some before you get close.
Trying to load up on the power jab here and there. Just forget it. Just touch him with it like that. Set up the other shots.
Man really defending himself. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Don't know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
Probably duration
Trying to hurt him to the body.
bigger, stronger, and faster. Just don't use brain. So one who draws first blood, that's what you've got to look at. If you're there, you know you're there with brain. You've got to be
Ah.
you've got to be confident.
He's still making it difficult enough that I can't just get him out of there.
Misses with that jab.
Honestly, we were performing. It's like hard to keep that level up. Like, damn, go down.
Hands with the right counter.
Straight left hand counter, straight left hand counter, body shot, straight left hand count. Like, goddamn.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this fight.
Now I'm wasting some stamina just trying to put some shots together. Ali is tough, man. We're giving it to him, but
Well, we're entering desperate.
nice body work, Sean, says Charles N. George Foreman was scared to fight Jerry Quarry and Ernie Shavers. Man, he would have beat Jerry Quarry, no doubt about that. Shavers would have been a war. I think he would have beat Shavers too, but I mean that's a puncher's chance all the way for Shavers. We saw the Ron Lyle fight.
Lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not till your senses have come back.
Straight left hand counter, left uppercut. Let's counter him with an uppercut, maybe something else. Ah.
Nice counter. In the early rounds of the fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other.
Trying to sink that uppercut in.
And I think this boxer has decided.
Oh, I tried it. Tried something different. Tried it again. Could always land that straight left hand whenever I feel like, right there. But I try to mix it up. Put the hook in there. Oh, again.
Exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
I'm going to go back to his body.
Exchange here from both men.
Straight left hand. Man, Ali is just tough. He's tough. Hit him with everything. We got this, but he's making you work for it. The heart of the champion, the greatest, says C. Gates. He is. All right, chat. Damn, man, this dude, right hand, left hook, says Krishna. Wait, oh, you mean straight left hand, right hook? Because I'm southpaw, so let me. How they even giving him any of those rounds? But okay, we got to finish strong, chat. He could technically still win a decision because it's 6-3. Let me stay sharp with him. Oh, I tried the straight left hook, right hand. Oh, there were straight left hand, right hook. Tried it a few times, Krishna. There it is. There it is. Trying the straight left hand, right hook a few times. Boom, back to the body. Back to the jab, back to the body. Ah, no. See, I can't flail with combinations. You got to pick a shot. There we go. Back to that body, but we can't hurt him. No matter what I hit this man with. Got him. Got him. Got him again. Right uppercut, left hook, or right straight left hand. That's the shot. Here we go. There it is. We're getting him with it. There it is. We're getting him with it again.
Let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now.
I'm trying to sweep the left hand. Bam! Oh, that was stupid. Stupid animation. He won't. We're gonna get him, chat. I won't let him get to the final bell. I won't let him. Your straight right is there. Right jab, left hook, says Krishna. Sean, what do you think of Gary Antoine Russell? I like him. He's got good pressure fighter DNA. But I don't know if he'll ever be some elite pound-for-pound guy, but he could definitely become world champion at 140. I think he'd beat Subriel Matias. I think he'd beat Matias. All right, let's go. I'm about to put this together. Here we go. Here we go. About to put this together. Put it together this round. Staying in the pocket, staying in the pocket. Krishna, I know you said to throw that jab, sweeping left hand, but they don't give it to you quick enough to get it off. Come on, chat. What else we got to hit this man with? Can't we hurt him once? Can't he get buzzed once? There we go. Down to the body he goes. Down goes Ali. I told you I was going to put it together that round. Told you I was going to put it together that round. That's it, chat. We get the knockout. We put it on him nasty. My God. We put it on him nasty, chat. Get the knockout. How many counters did we land on this dude before he finally went down, though? I almost lost concentration whooping his ass. How did they have it so close? This game needs some work, man. Like, what did the... I landed 61 counters to 6. I landed 416 punches to 284. But it was almost an even fight. Like, I don't know what this game sees sometimes, man. I don't know what this game sees sometimes. But, whatever. We won. Knockout. Usyk. Since it's his day, we close the stream with winning a fight with Usyk. Why not? To the winner's cam. Back in my prime at Undisputed. At least 100. Yeah, we countered the shit out of him, Krishna. But alright, chat. Thank you, everybody, for joining tonight. Hope you guys had fun watching that little bit of Undisputed, too. If anyone want to sign us out with a boxing question or two, go for it. I'm ready to listen. Let's see. I'll see if anybody got a boxing question for us to close the night on. But I thought that was a strong performance. A lot of straight left hands. But 100 people. Jared could have beaten Usyk with that performance. I don't know. Let's not go too far. I don't know about that. But all right, Chad, I think that's about it. You guys are awesome. Oh, Ezekiel Elliott, Wilson. No, I never interviewed Ezekiel Elliott yet. No, haven't got a chance. Shakur versus Martin. Again, I broke this down earlier. I like Frank Martin. Checks a lot of... Devin Haney and Prograis and Shakur versus Frank Martin. I actually predicted those two fights earlier in the stream, but I got Devin Haney over Prograis. Haney's going to be better moving up to 140. He's going to be stronger and more comfortable than he was getting down to 35. And then at 24 years old, 12 rounds off of a performance of going 12 high-level rounds with Lomachenko, your boxing IQ is going to grow from a fight like that, an experience like that. So I think Devin at 140 stronger, coming off the Lomachenko experience, getting better at 24 against Prograis, who couldn't get his jab off at all because Danielito Zorrilla decided to move on him all night. If he struggled that mightily with Zorrilla's boxing ability, he'll struggle much worse with Haney's, in my opinion. So I got Haney winning that fight. I got Shakur beating Frank because of how good Shakur is, not because I don't think Frank is a really, really good lightweight. He is a really good lightweight in his own right, but he started boxing at 18. It's going to be hard for him to beat a kid who started much younger than him with the pedigree Shakur has. I broke down that fight more in depth a little earlier, but yeah, thanks, guys. Will Jim Lampley become a regular on FightHype? I'll definitely try and get him more often on the channel, that's for sure. He did an interview with Michael Woods here on the channel, too. But yeah, Charles, and I'll be trying to get him more often. Chikian boxing, theoretical matchup. Who wins, Shakur or Haney? I think Haney could win that fight at 140 and Shakur would win it at 135. Chikian, go back, watch their sparring. Devin did better once he figured out I need to fight like the bigger man and impose my will on Shakur. If I try to box with him on the outside, Shakur's a little bit sharper up the middle and will get Devin. But Devin did better once he started going to the body and applying pressure on Shakur because he's bigger than Shakur. So I think the higher the weight they fight at, the more it favors Haney. But if they were to fight at lightweight, that favors Shakur. At 140, it'd be a 50-50 type fight probably. But yeah. And then, do I think Russell can beat Devin? I would pick Devin to beat Gary Antoine Russell right now. I would. Gary Antoine doesn't make enough happen on outside distance. He has to be on the inside or he's not going to get nothing done. And I think on the outside he'd eat the jab a little bit too much, and that fight would get away from him on the outside from Haney's boxing skills. But that's just me. And then T.O. and Devin, Tay-Day, I give the edge to Haney because styles make fights. T.O., if he makes a few adjustments, T.O.'s better when he's the counterpuncher and you're coming to him. When he has to cut distance and he tries to do that shoulder roll stuff going forward instead of picking his gloves up, he's not as hot on the front foot as he is when someone's on the front foot coming to him like Lomachenko and Taylor. So unless T.O. makes a few improvements and adjustments to his style on the front foot, cutting the ring off and keeping the hands up kind of stuff, I got to favor Devin with the longer arms behind that jab on the outside, probably winning the decision. But T.O. still has the youth and the talent to make some adjustments. And if he can make a fight with Devin more of a fight and less of a boxing match, If he could hit Devin with the kind of shots Loma hit him with, he could hurt him and maybe stop him. But that won't be easy to do. And he'll have to make some improvements if he hopes to have a chance of doing that if they fight at 140. Otherwise, if he keeps doing what he did against Sandor Martin and Nakatani and George Kambosos, guys who made him fight at long range, and he doesn't pick his hands up or find adjustments to his style to have more success cutting distance as opposed to a guy coming to him, then he'll probably lose because of that jab and length of Devin. So we'll see. Mr. Lightning says Devin has no chance against Shakur Stevenson at any weight class. I don't feel that way yet. You know, as great as Shakur is, and all the great names that believe in his greatness, and I believe in it too. But you know, this is still the guy that had 12 timid rounds against Jeremiah Nakatia, only for Nakatia to get knocked out in 3 rounds a couple months ago by Raymond Murataya. Styles make fights. Just because one guy can knock a guy out and you go the distance with him doesn't mean he's better than you. Murataya is not better than Shakur. But before we just crown Shakur or Devin or Tank, or you know, let's actually let them earn it by fighting each other, you know. So yeah. Krishna, Wainwright, Shakur outclasses, outsmarts Haney. That keeps being the consensus. Like, Shakur's here and Devin's here, but nothing that hasn't been proven yet. That's all off people's eye tests, and I respect the eye test. I go by the eye test a lot, but I'm not just convinced Shakur would wash Devin Haney or nothing like that. You know, I'd have to see it. Better idea for a new poll. Better hair, Sean or Ron? I got you, Sean. Well, thank you, Charles N. But my hair lost all the steam at the fights. Everyone mentions Ron's afro now. No one's in love with my hair anymore. So I lost that throne. But I had a good run. Did Nico Ali win his fight tonight? Eric Bell. No, he lost a majority decision to Sona Akale from Africa. One of the countries in Africa, forgive me. But I actually thought it was a very close fight. The kind of fight that could have went either way. And I thought that if anyone edged it, it was actually Nico, because Nico hurt him a couple times on the inside with his left hook. But he lost the last round. And he got hit with a lot of big right hands, looping right hands by Akali. It was a very close fight, and Top Rank should probably get him a rematch. But, yeah, that's how that went. Have I heard anything else about Alicia Baumgartner's test to see Gates? I haven't heard anything, no. Haven't heard nothing. But outside of that, guys, thank you. Have a great rest of the weekend. I'm going to go chill. And I'll see you guys Monday with the Z-Cap at noon. So, God bless everybody. Have a great rest of the weekend. Fuck the 49ers for totally destroying the Trey Lance situation. And I love you all. Have a great rest of the night. Peace.